Ever walked into a room and instantly questioned whether you accidentally wandered into an NBA locker room? Well, imagine that feeling, but spread across an entire state. Today, we're counting down the top 10 US states where you'll feel short, based on the average height of actual residents. And no, we're not talking about elevation. These aren't mountain states. We're talking leg length, wingspan, and straight-up altitude of the human variety. Thanks to a mix of genetics, ancestry, and maybe a little bit of all that farm-raised, corn-fed diet, some states have folks who are just taller. And not slightly. In a crowd here, you're eye level with someone's shoulder. So if you've ever wanted to feel like a hobbit walking through the land of basketball recruits, this list is for you. Let's start with the average height is almost as high as its football obsession state. Number 10, Ohio. Ohio might not be the first place that screams, tall, but take a walk through Columbus or Akron, and suddenly that overhead cabinet isn't so out of reach anymore. The average male here hits about 5 feet 10.5 inches, and women average close to 5 feet 6 inches, both just above national norms. Why? Well, part of its heritage, heavy German, and Scandinavian roots in the population bring with them some tall genes. And let's not forget that Ohio is a breeding ground for high school sports, especially basketball and football, where size definitely matters. If you're 5 feet 7 inches and heading to Ohio State's campus, don't be shocked if everyone around you looks like they could moonlight as a power forward. Oh, and if you're apartment hunting? Maybe check the cabinet heights before signing the lease. Next state is even toddlers might dunk on you. Number 9, Indiana. Welcome to Indiana, where basketball isn't just a sport, it's practically a birthright. And with that kind of legacy, it makes sense that the average Hoosier walks tall, literally. The average man in Indiana stands just shy of 5 feet 11 inches, while women hover near 5 feet 6 inches. And while that might not sound like skyscraper status, step onto any local court, whether it's a high school gym or a barn with a makeshift rim, and you'll feel like you're auditioning for Honey, I Shrunk the Tourist. Blame it on the endless pickup games or maybe just the soil. Something in Indiana grows people tall. The state consistently ranks high in high school and collegiate sports participation, especially in basketball, soccer, track, and volleyball. Also, this is the state that gave us Larry Bird, enough said. So if you find yourself surrounded by tall folks in matching warm-ups and windbreakers, don't panic. Just pretend you're scouting talent and act like you meant to be the shortest person in the room. Up next, home of college football championships, sweet tea, and people who make you question if everyone secretly played power forward in high school. Number 8, Alabama. Alabama consistently ranks among the tallest states in America, with the average man standing at 5 feet 10.5, and women averaging around 5 feet 6 inches. And while that might not sound dramatically tall, walk through Tuscaloosa on game day and you'll quickly realize you're surrounded by people built for the SEC. Here's the thing. Alabama has a unique demographic mix. The state is about 96% black or white, and both groups tend to have taller average heights compared to Asian or Hispanic populations. Combine that with generations of Southern cooking, loaded with protein, dairy, and yes, plenty of fried everything, and you've got a recipe for height. Alabama's also a sports powerhouse. High school football here isn't just a pastime, it's a religion. And when your culture revolves around recruiting athletes who can block, tackle, and tower over opponents, height becomes part of the local gene pool. Plus, there's something about that southern sun and outdoor lifestyle. Kids grow up running around, playing sports year-round, and getting plenty of vitamin D. It's basically nature's growth hormone. But here's the catch. Alabama's tall, but it's also humid. Like, soul-crushingly humid. So yeah, people are tall here, but they're also sweating through their shirts by 9 a.m. Still, if you're under 5 feet 8 inches and find yourself at an Alabama tailgate, prepare to crane your neck a lot. Everyone's just bigger here. Alabama, where the football is serious, the tea is sweet, and the people are built like linebackers. The next state might not get much attention on the national stage, but when it comes to height, it's right up there with the giants. Number 7. Nebraska. The average man in Nebraska stands at 5 feet 10.5 inches, tied with several other tall states, and women average around 5 feet 6.5. And if you think that sounds modest, spend a day at a Nebraska Cornhuskers game and tell me you don't feel like you're surrounded by future NFL offensive linemen. Much of Nebraska's height comes from its strong Northern European heritage, particularly German, Scandinavian, and Czech ancestry. These groups are historically known for tall, sturdy builds, and Nebraska's got them in spades. The state's agricultural lifestyle also plays a role. Growing up on a farm means physical labor from a young age, lifting, hauling, climbing, which builds strong bones and muscle. Add in a diet heavy on beef, dairy, and fresh vegetables, they don't call it the heartland for nothing, and you've got a growth formula that works. Nebraska also takes sports seriously. High school football and volleyball are huge, and the state consistently produces Division I athletes. When height and strength are valued in your culture, they tend to show up in the population. So if you're driving through Omaha or Lincoln and feel like everyone's just a bit bigger, you're not imagining it. Nebraska grows people the same way it grows corn: tall, strong, and ready for anything. Nebraska, where even the farmers look like they could play tight end. Next in the list, the state motto might as well be, "Mind the overhead bins." Number 6. Minnesota. Welcome to Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, and at least 10,000 pairs of extra long jeans. If you've ever strolled through the Twin Cities wondering why you feel oddly compact, it's not your imagination. The average man here is just a hair under 6 feet tall, and the average woman comfortably clears 5 feet 6 inches, making Minnesota one of the absolute tallest states in the U.S. You can thank the Nordic roots for that. The state has some of the highest percentages of Scandinavian descent in the country. And with that comes a genetic cocktail designed for tall, hardy folks built to survive both winters and saunas. And let's talk about high school sports, specifically hockey and basketball. The Minnesota high school athletic scene breeds tall, agile, frost-resistant athletes who can block shots and shovel snow in the same hour. Oh, and public buildings? Higher door frames. That's not a joke. Some of those historic homes were built by folks who clearly didn't know how short the rest of the country was. So whether you're here for the scenery, the culture, or just the hot dish, expect to look up a lot. Viewer check-in. Don't forget to hype and like this video, so that YouTube will not dunk us to the oblivion. And subscribe of course so that we can reach the 1,000 subs soon. Let's continue. Next state, where the cheese is rich, the winters are brutal. And the people? Towering? Number 5. Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you're not just battling cold fronts, you're also dodging knees at eye level. The average male here hits nearly 6 feet, and women hover around 5 feet 6.5, placing this dairy-fueled state solidly in the top tier of human height. It's the kind of place where even middle schoolers look like they're one protein shake away from dunking. You might assume it's all that milk, and you wouldn't be wrong. Between the cheese curds, bratwursts, and gallons of dairy, Wisconsin serves up a calcium-loaded diet strong enough to build bones you could use as ski lifts. Plus, there's that hearty Midwestern stock, primarily German and Scandinavian descent, which is historically known for height, strength, and the ability to tolerate 30 degrees Fahrenheit wind chill without flinching. But don't let the long legs fool you, Wisconsinites are famously humble. So even if you're craning your neck in every grocery store aisle, you'll probably still get a warm, "Oh, sorry about that," as someone tall steps around you with shocking politeness. Bottom line, in Wisconsin, the people are as tall as the beer steins, and just as full of charm. Next state in the list, where the sky isn't the only thing that's big. Number 4. Montana. Montana, aka Big Sky Country, doesn't just have epic landscapes and massive horizons, it also quietly claims some of the tallest residents in the nation. The average man stands around 6 feet, and the average woman clears 5 feet 6.5 with ease. And in some towns, it seems like everyone's built for horseback, even if they've never seen a saddle. What gives? Well, Montana has a strong mix of Native American, Scandinavian, and German roots, all historically tall groups. Combine that with wide open spaces, low stress levels, and a lifestyle that includes hiking, ranching, and occasionally wrestling grizzly bears, probably not recommended. And you've got a population that's both rugged and statuesque. It's also worth noting that Montana's outdoor culture probably plays a role. When your hobbies include skiing, mountain climbing, and chopping firewood the old-fashioned way, your body adapts. You don't just grow up, you grow outdoor tough. So, if you find yourself at a gas station in Billings wondering why the guy in front of you looks like he could walk under a doorframe without ducking, don't panic. You're still the same height. Montana's just playing a different game. Up next is where the corn grows tall, and so do the people. Number 3. South Dakota. South Dakota might be known for Mount Rushmore. But it's the citizens walking around Rapid City that'll really have you craning your neck. The average male here stands a little over 6 feet, and the average female is around 5 feet 6.5, making South Dakotans some of the tallest folks in the entire country. You won't find skyscrapers in most of South Dakota, but who needs them when the locals are halfway there already? A lot of that height comes from the state's hardy Northern European roots, particularly German and Norwegian ancestry. These aren't just strong genetics. They're genetics bred to handle open plains, hard winters, and working cattle before breakfast. And South Dakota doesn't mess around when it comes to lifestyle either. With a focus on physical labor, fresh air, and farm-to-table eating, literally, it's a place where your childhood might include hauling hay, climbing silos, and growing taller than the barn by 16. It's also a friendly kind of tall, the kind where someone offers to get something off the top shelf without making you feel judged for needing help with the cereal box. So if you're ever passing through Sioux Falls and feel like you wandered into a gathering of former volleyball captains, congratulations, you've arrived in South Dakota. The next state is where even the cornfields look you dead in the eye. Number 2. Iowa. Iowa might be smack in the middle of the country, but when it comes to height, it's right at the top. The average Iowan male clears 6 feet, and the average woman hovers around 5 feet 7 inches, making it one of the tallest states in the U.S. by pure vertical dominance. Blame, or thank, that classic Midwestern mix of Dutch, German, and Scandinavian genes. With just a dash of Viking energy. Iowa's got a long-standing reputation for producing high school basketball stars, farm-strong teenagers, and state fair goers with shoulders broad enough to carry 3 turkey legs at once. But it's not just genes, it's lifestyle. The Iowa Strong mentality means kids grow up stacking hay bales, climbing grain bins, and chasing livestock by the age of 7. You're not just tall in Iowa, you're functional tall. And if you're under 6 feet, don't worry. Iowans are too nice to mention it. You might get an occasional, "You doing okay down there?" with a chuckle, but it's always with love. One thing's for sure, if you want to feel short at a 4-H meeting or while picking sweet corn, Iowa is the place. And finally, the tallest of the tall. Where the bison roam, and so do the giants. Number 1. North Dakota. Welcome to North Dakota. The land where the people are tall, the winters are taller, and the snowbanks might be the only things giving residents a run for their height money. North Dakotans top the national charts with the average man pushing well past 6 feet, and women clocking in around 5 feet 7 inches or taller. And if that wasn't impressive enough, walk through any high school gym and it feels like the varsity basketball team is just everyone. The roots of this vertical supremacy? A rich heritage of German and Scandinavian descent, known across the globe for producing tall, sturdy stock. Add in generations raised on hardy farm food, low urban stress, and a work ethic that starts at sunrise and doesn't end till the cows come home, literally. And you've got the ultimate growth formula. And let's not forget the weather. If you can survive 8 months of snow, negative wind chills, and digging out your car like it's a buried treasure every morning, you've earned those extra inches. So yes, if you're 5 feet 8 inches in North Dakota, you might feel like you belong to a different species. But don't worry, everyone's nice about it. Probably because it's hard to be rude when you can see clean over everyone else. So there you have it. 10 US states where the air's just a little thinner and the jeans need an extra couple inches of inseam. Whether it's the Midwestern giants of North Dakota or the mountain men of Montana, these states prove that height isn't just genetics, it's also lifestyle, legacy, and maybe just a bit of luck with the family tree. Feeling short yet? Don't worry, greatness isn't measured in inches. Unless, of course, you're trying to reach the top shelf at a South Dakota grocery store, then yeah, you might need a stool. If you want to support the channel, click the super thanks. This would be a huge help for us to generate more entertaining and not so normal travel videos. Click on this next video if you want more related topics. Got a tall friend from one of these states? Share this video to them. Got short legs but a tall heart? Hit like. And if you want more bizarre facts and oddly specific lists like this one, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video that makes you go, wait, really? See you in the next one. Just look up. We'll be there.